Overcoming Infertility as a Couple. Chapter 1. My Story. So we got married! Before I got married, I always assumed that I was fertile. After all, my grandmother had conceived 8 times with 1 miscarriage. My grandparents together raised 7 children. My mother, my aunts, and my uncles all seemed extremely fertile because each had at least 3 children. Growing up, I always hinted that I wanted to walk in my grandmother's footsteps, repeat history, and have 7 children. Little did I know that getting pregnant would be a 7-year journey. At first, I thought, yes, pregnancy might take a while because I was already in my 30s, and the chances of pregnancy are lower for women over 35. I knew the risks, but I didn't have a choice. For one, I did not want to have a child out of wedlock. I wanted marriage, kids, and the white picket fence. So, I waited for my husband and eventually met and married my husband. But that whole story will be another book. So be on the lookout for it. I promise you, it will be worth the wait. My biological clock was ticking, and I knew, according to my search, women in their mid to late 30s had fewer quality eggs. As the numbers dwindled, the quality of the eggs would also be impacted. My first 6 months, I thought I was pregnant. One day, I was convinced I was pregnant because my menstrual was delayed. I had one of my girlfriends rush to the house with a pregnancy test. I went to the bathroom, collected the urine sample, and waited for a few minutes. When we examined the test, it showed a negative result. We shared a disappointed look, but then she encouraged me by saying, "You'll try again, maybe next time." One of the many pregnancy tests. Those words were nice to hear. It made the process seem simple, but simplicity was nowhere near. Month after month and year after year, no pregnancy. What started as a possibility turned out to be very much impossible. I simply could not get pregnant, at least not within my time frame. Needless to say, the journey was long. We tried every doctor, almost everywhere. We even traveled to Canada in the hope of a miracle, and so the entire process was getting very costly with each visit and treatment. Some days I think back on my fertility journey and wonder, what could I have done differently? Should I have frozen my eggs right after college? Should that have been my first investment rather than getting a home? These are all valid questions, and maybe I should have been more proactive in my reproductive journey. But these are not topics of discussion during my college years. Maybe that should have been included in the curriculum. Now, that's a thought for you. It never even came up during conversations with my mom, my aunts, or even my girlfriends. As long as we are young and healthy, we don't think of these possible complications. Male or female, we don't think of underlying or genetic-related issues. These issues are more prevalent now than they've ever been, with all the studies showing over 35 years old will take longer to conceive and may also face more complications. Nevertheless, if you are under 35 years of age, genetics may also play a significant role in related issues as well. So, digging into some family medical history should be on top of the list when trying to conceive. Although more stillbirths and miscarriages happen after 35, that should not deter anyone from pursuing starting a family. What's important is doing some research beforehand so that you can make an intelligent decision for yourself and your spouse partner. Since this book is about relationship building while going through this emotional journey, let's refocus on how you can build up and strengthen yourself and your spouse partner.